stool or a chair, a backpack full of cans if you needed a little bit of extra weight, or a set of dumbbells, and some sort of cushion. That's what you're gonna need for today's workout. We're gonna get started right away with the supported split squat. Here we go, 10 minutes on the clock. All right, we're gonna set up our stool here. First set is gonna be body weight. We're gonna take our feet a little bit longer than you might normally because you wanna have space to go straight down. Right, we're gonna go for 8 to 12 reps. That's 2, 3, 4, and we wanna make sure that our knee is staying over our heel. You can go further forward, but don't do it at the expense of your low back. Use as much rope as you need to get through the next 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and switch sides. If you're feeling up to it, your heart rate's not through the roof right now, and you're not lightheaded, you can go right into it. If you need a second, you can always take your time, because what you'll see is over the course of this challenge, you are going to need less and less rest. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Nice job. All right, let's get that stool out of the way. We're gonna lay down on the floor using our cushion. We are going to, if you need to, push into the cushion here with your low back on the floor. We're gonna hold this for 30 seconds. As you do this, breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth. Rest. All right, that is version 1. We're going back to our split squats, but again, if you need a little extra rest, totally fine. We still have 7.5 minutes on the clock. So now we're gonna grab our backpack, duffel bag, or suitcase full of canned food. All right? We're gonna hold it in the outside hand, same side as our forward leg. Right? Straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you do this, now imagine you only need to go down through your pain-free range of motion. You don't have to go deeper than you can today. The hope is that over time, that range of motion is going to continue to improve. 3, 2, 1, very nice. Again, if you've already finished your 8 and you need rest, take the time that it takes for me to transition from one to the other, the time that it takes for me to finish the set, to go to the next thing. Right? You don't have to rush. You're gonna see so much progress over the next 12 weeks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Nice job. Let's get our backpack out of the way, stool out of the way. I'm going to show you another dead bug variation. This is going to be a little bit more advanced than the last one. Okay. Now, we are still going to push into our cushion, but we're going to lift those feet up. If you are still at version 1, totally fine. This is one that works almost immediately. If you're feeling your low back, bring those feet down, keep the pressure into the cushion though. Hold for another 20 seconds. Toes to the ceiling. outside just where we put the backpack, all right? The goal of the support isn't necessarily just about balance. It's actually about evening things out and keeping the work where it needs to be. So you're not doing things like body rolling out of the ground, right? You want good, clean, controlled reps. It can be right to your side, or it can be just out in front of you. Wherever it feels like it provides the most support, so you can keep good quality work and not start to cheat through low back, stripper head, anything like that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Nice job. All right. We are 3 rounds in with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Right? Notice I'm not rushing. I'm losing my balance. I'm not rushing. Right? I'm not trying to fly through this. Taking my time. I'm making sure each set is my best effort. Right? Don't rush because you think it's going to make things better. More work is just more work. It's not necessarily better work. Right? You got it. 1, 2, 3. In through the nose, out through the mouth. 12. Nice work. And if the timer goes off and you're in the middle of a round, totally fine. Make note of where you got to. Try to beat it next week, because you're going to get another chance to do this. Okay, we're here. 30 seconds. Again, if you need more of a challenge, fold this in and crush it between your forearms and your knees. Not your hands, your forearms, fingertips are up. Right? We're holding for another 20 seconds. Work. Let's see. Maybe we can get through another round. We have a minute and 44 left. Should we go for it? Let's bring the dumbbell back. Show you another way to hold this. Right? 1, 2. This way is going to keep you with a taller posture versus this, which may allow you to go forward a little bit more. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nice job. Let's go right to the other side. Pushing ourselves to finish here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Nice work. We're flying. Let's grab that cushion. Get right going. Throw myself like that. This stuff is fun, honestly. The more you know what to do, the easier things become. The work doesn't get easier, but you get better at doing it. You get better at embracing the certainty of knowing what you're doing. That's what matters. Yes, I'm sweating. Hard work is hard work. Doesn't matter where you're at. You do things smoothly, consistently, quickly enough. Hard work is hard work.
So for the second half of this workout, we're just gonna need a backpack full of beans. We're gonna do 2 exercises back to back. The first one is a backpack clean. Your goal with this is to go from the ground up to your chest. It doesn't have to be perfect as long as you're not doing things like this and hurting your back, right? That's not our goal. The second exercise is a march. We're gonna hold the backpack up here and we're gonna march in place. We're gonna do 12 steps each leg. If we need to put the backpack down between, totally fine. Remember, you're working at your own pace and we're working consistently for the next 10 minutes. All right, let's get 10 minutes on the clock and we're gonna get started. And up, 1, 2. You wanna pull those elbows in towards your body and crank this thing up to your chest. Use a little bit of your lower body because it's not gonna be super duper heavy unless you got a lot of cans from Sam's Club or Costco. 8, 9, and 10. Nice job. From here, we're marching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24. All right, round 1, already done. Nothing terrible. Remember, you're moving at your own pace through this. So if you need to rest between rounds, if you need to rest between exercises, totally fine. The goal is that we're moving consistently for 10 minutes. All right, so now I'm gonna show you with the dumbbells. Okay. This is not gonna be a perfect CrossFit clean. You're gonna go, and you're not gonna actually even go from the floor, you're gonna go from just below your knees, push the ground away and pull up. All right? It should be resting at your chest or your shoulders as you do this. Okay? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay? And we're doing 12. 6. Try to keep that chest up as tall as you can without doing this. All right, we want to stay square, like with a nice long spine. And then we're also not doing things like this. All right? Round 2, already done. Let's see how many we can get through on this, okay? On to the next one, back to our backpack. 1, 2, you can hear those beans rattling around. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can also use your toddler for this. You can even give this thing a big hug if you prefer to hold it this way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is something that's going to help us a lot with building endurance, building core, a little bit of balance and stability. And then imagine carrying your kid through Disney World like this. You're not gonna do it. It'd be a long, long, long day, but you could, because now you're gonna be strong enough to do it. 12. All right, back to our dumbbells. All right, we only got about 5.5 minutes left to go, so we can keep pushing ourselves, right? When we dip down for this, we don't wanna overarch our low back. We wanna hinge those hips back, push the ground away, and then we pull through those elbows, right? So it looks relatively smooth when you put it together, but it's not something that you just wanna, we're not doing bicep curls. We want it to be kind of a fast movement because we wanna make those dumbbells weightless. 7, 8, 9, and 10, into our march. So we're gonna kind of lock those elbows into our sides, nice tall posture, reaching from the top of our head to the tip of our tailbone, and we're gonna march. Typically, I will like to count on, pick one leg, So every time my left foot hits the ground, that's another rep. Some fun core exercise. A little bit of arms, a little bit of torso and core, postural muscles, and of course, the fun in the legs. 9, 10, 11, 12. Nice job. Back to our backpack, right? Again, take the rest you need, okay? 1, 2, you can hear those beans rattling around. Remember, you could add a can a week to this workout and progress by the bean. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, sorry, we're doing 12 on this round. That was my bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get those knees up as high as you can. We're not running in place though. 11 and 12. Right? We don't want to be sprinting through that. We want to feel our core. We want to feel our balance, stabilizing from side to side as we shift. All right? Right back to those cleans. Back to backpack. Back to backpack. That's a hard one. 2, 3. Would not recommend using jars for this, but you can also use sealed gallons of water or milk. Again, sealed is the operative word. You don't want to run the risk of having to clean up another mess, but this time it's your fault. Although, like they say, no use crying over spilled milk. Sorry, that was just a dumb colloquialism. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Beautiful. Let's go back to the dumbbells. I want everybody to have as many opportunities as possible to see how this actually looks, all right? Remember, it's a dip down, it's a pull up. There's less leeway with the dumbbells, especially as you start going heavier. The movement has to be a little bit more intentional. There's more, I would say the backpack full of beans is more forgiving. 8, 9, and 10. Marching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Beautiful. Things are feeling good. We got about a minute and a half to go. You think we can get 1 to 2 more rounds in? This is going to be a tough one. Like I said, the intensity ramps up pretty significantly in week 2 or section 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as you're doing this, imagine you want it to be powerful, but you also want to imagine that you're doing this while the kids are asleep. So as smooth of a movement as possible. Because if you're doing things like that, you're going to make a lot of noise. If you're slamming into the ground, you're going to make a lot of noise. Try to keep it. Notice you hear the cans a little bit, but they're not rattling around like crazy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Beautiful. One more time. Really burning this one out. 15 seconds to go. Can you do it? 1, 2, 3, 4. A little bit louder on this one. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice job. We'll leave it right there. Good work. You really nailed that workout. If you're here for weeks, I always have to do this, this is the hard part. If you're here for weeks 7 through 12, stick around because you got another 10 minutes to go. But if you're on weeks 4 through 6, you're done for the day. Enjoy. We've got 2 core exercises for us to finish. If you have any wrist issues, you're gonna want your yoga blocks or your stack of books to make sure that we can take pressure off the wrist. Our first exercise is shoulder taps. Our second exercise is heel touches for our obliques, right? We're putting 10 minutes on the clock and we're getting started. Coming down to our plank position, you're gonna take your feet nice and wide. Make sure that you can shift your weight without feeling like you're gonna fall over. You're gonna shift your weight to the right, tap with your left hand. Shift your weight to your left, tap with your right hand. We're gonna alternate for 10 touches each side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So 20 touches total, 10 each side. Whew, that was a tough one, right? Remember, moving at your own pace. So if you need a little bit longer rest or you need to go to an incline, like our bench here, totally acceptable. If you're on the floor, all day, you got this, all right? So now to our oblique heel touches. Some people also call these penguin crunches because it looks like you're waddling like a penguin, all right? We're gonna do 10 each side again, all right? Breathe in, breathe out. Flatten that low back against the floor as best you can. You don't need to crunch up super high. You can hold just off the ground, but if that hurts your neck, you can hold on the ground as long as those abs are engaged. Right? We've suctioned ourselves towards the floor with a little bit of a pelvic tilt. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Remember, if you're feeling your neck at all, you can basically stay just above the ground. And if you really are feeling your neck, you can support with your hands and just do the oblique crunch, right? Coming back to our shoulder taps, I'm gonna flip forward so you can see how I'm shifting my weight side to side to do this, all right? So you can bring your hands close together and your feet really far. I'm gonna do this just for the purpose of demonstration. Shift, tap, shift, tap. Sorry, I hit the mic on that one. 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, and 10. Whew. Those will really get your core firing, especially after those oblique crunches, right? I'm gonna show you again from the front so you can see how much movement you actually need, right? It's not a big movement. Pull that rib cage down, pelvis is tucked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, we're already 2 rounds down. Not so bad with 6 minutes to go. All right, if you are finding yourself, this is really challenging, you can go back to regular plank and just do the weight shift. So if you need to just do this because the touch feels too scary, that's totally fine. Even if you need to do a modified plank, and do that shoulder touch. Again, totally acceptable. The goal is to keep moving, not to crush yourself, right? So we're gonna come back up, shift our weight over to the right shoulder, reach, tap. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you're not arching your low back as you do this. We're not here. That's only gonna make it harder. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10. Beautiful job. If you're finding your wrists are getting a little taxed, give yourself a hand hug. You can kind of roll your wrists through this. Wrist cars also work. We don't want to build up a ton of tension in your wrists, especially because you got to go live after this, right? The goal is not to destroy you for the rest of your day. All right? If you need a little bit more out of your core on these, you can crunch up a little higher. Make sure it's happening here, not here. Right? I'm not crunching with my neck, giving myself even more forward head posture, right? Rib cage comes down, pelvis tucks. We get our lower body involved with our hamstrings a little bit. And we crunch up, right? Reach those hands out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Whew. We're done, right? Gotta be done. Now we got 3 minutes to go. All right, so now I'm gonna show you without the blocks how this would look on flat ground. You'll notice I flip my watch so that it doesn't dig into my wrist. If you have a bigger watch, that's what you're gonna have to do. Shift, reach, right? We don't want this. If that's what you have to do, that's okay. But what I'd like to see is that you shift your weight over, tap, 2, 1, 2, and 2, 3, 3. Try not to open up. 4, 4, right? We're not doing that. 5, 5, 6, 6. Keep your hands right under your shoulders. 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, and 10. Whew. Those burn. All right. If you need a second, breathe. Even that gets my heart up. Like, the things you haven't done in a while are incredibly powerful. You haven't done them in a while. Squeeze, crunch, reach. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, these are fun. I can go all day in this. Those feel so good. The shoulder ones are tough. All right, one more variation if you need it. Right, we're gonna come to our forearm plank. We're gonna take our feet wide, and we're just gonna tap our hand. Right, just reach and touch. And pivot just a little bit so you can see. Right, we reach, just tap the hand. It's totally okay. The idea that you're shifting your weight from side to side, stabilizing through that shoulder, through that spine, without overarching, shifting back, totally good. 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, and 10. Remember, modifying is better than stopping. Modify whenever you need to keep working. Whew. If you need to go back to the plank at any point because the shoulder tap or the hand tap is becoming too hard, go back to the plank and just hold. Totally acceptable. 3, 4, Whew, I like those. All right, we got 25 seconds to go. Let's get down to that plank and just hold. We'll lock in this last 20 seconds right here. It's a nice hard style plank. All the way to the end. Ride this one out. We can do this. Make sure you're breathing. Blow the dust off that yoga mat. And our timer is up. I know, I threw a little bonus one at you, but congratulations. That's your last first day workout, your last 10-minute segment. You're done. Now, you have to do that for another 6 weeks, but by the end, you're gonna be crushing this. Your core is gonna be so much stronger than it's ever been, right? Finish up, clean up, and I'll see you tomorrow.